In the quiet valleys of Canaan, Abraham sat beneath an ancient terebinth tree, eyes cast upward at the glittering expanse blanketing the night sky. He was old, well-traveled, his hands marked by years of wandering and work. His heart, though steadfast, wrestled with uncertainty. The promise of descendants and land, a future beyond sight, filled his thoughts, yet years had passed, and the fulfillment remained elusive. One night, as silence stretched over the land like a veil, a gentle voice called out to Abraham in the darkness. Fear trembled within him, but the voice was not harsh. It carried assurance and hope. "Do not be afraid, Abraham." The words rang clear in the open air. "I am your shield, your very great reward." Abraham looked up, his face streaked with questions. He whispered all that troubled him. "O Lord, what can you give me? I remain childless, and the only heir of my household is Eliezer of Damascus." A breeze stirred, leaves whispering overhead. The promise returned, "This man will not be your heir, but a son coming from your own body. Look up at the stars, count them if you can. So shall your offspring be." Abraham tried to count the stars, each point of light representing hope renewed. In that moment, something shifted, trust blossomed, anchoring him. Against what seemed impossible, Abraham believed. Time moved slowly, yet the promise persisted, echoing with each sunrise and every barren year. One evening, the Lord led Abraham outside once more. "Bring me a heifer, a goat, and a ram, each 3 years old, along with a dove and a young pigeon." Abraham prepared them as instructed, arranging their halves in reverent silence. As the sun dipped low, a deep sleep fell upon him. Shadows loomed, a thick and dreadful darkness swirling near. In the gloom, Abraham saw visions, his descendants as strangers in a foreign land, enduring hardship but returning in strength. The voice spoke of trials, of hope that persisted even in suffering. A blazing torch and a smoking firepot passed between the divided animals, symbolizing the sealing of a binding promise. "To your descendants, I give this land, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates," the Lord declared, marking the covenant not by Abraham's strength, but by divine faithfulness. Years would pass, and Abraham's journey would twist through laughter, mistakes, and new revelations. He would welcome guests with promises he could scarcely believe and witness the birth of Isaac in his old age. Through every detour, Abraham's story rippled out a lesson. Faith often asks for trust beyond what is seen and patience in waiting for what is promised. As dawn crested the horizon, Abraham woke not as a wandering foreigner, but as a bearer of promise. Every grain of sand, every star now glowing, whispered of a God who kept his word, who covenanted with ordinary people to do extraordinary things. His journey invited all who heard to look beyond what seems possible, to trust, and to wait with hope for the blessings yet unseen.